Hey y'all, so if you're seeing this video, it's because you're meant to see this video right now, and today's video is going to be about discovering your inner light. Seeing the light within yourself, it really changes your whole perspective, your personality, and who you are around. Recognizing the light within yourself is a profound journey. It shapes your personality, alters your perspective, and it allows you to connect to others who resonate with yourself and your true self. As you embrace the transformation, you will find your relationships experience also begin to change. So now what I've been realizing is when you want better for yourself, and stoicism is basically like seeing who you are and not comparing yourself to other people. So myself in particular, I never compared myself to anyone else because it's always been me versus me. Like, I feel like, you ever heard the saying, comparing yourself to someone else is like the thief of joy? Like, long as you see somebody as like competition to you, you think it's just a competition all around. But life is just definitely what you make it. Like I said, I've never been a person to compare myself, and I know everyone else has a different mindset, but once you come to that mindset, I feel like you will be a whole nother person, because you will stop looking at the surface level of comparing yourself to others and start looking at the deeper understanding of who you are. And once you figure out who you are and the self-awareness of that and your perspective of that, it will change your understanding on a lot of things. That's why I say it reshaped the light within yourself on your profound journey. I definitely think that's something that you have to internalize and be self-aware of, because if you be self-aware of those things, you'll be able to change your mindset and your perception of how you control your own life. When you recognize your own strength, clarity, and worth, you stop chasing validation and start attracting peace. Peace is a big thing. Like, you can only control what you can control. You thinking like, oh, I gotta control this, I gotta control this, I gotta try to control if a person's gonna stay in my life or not. You cannot control. You can only control how, if they stay or go, you'll be okay either way. You can control your emotions, your feelings. Just because you feel that way doesn't mean you're right. It's just your own perspective. So once you start like taking a step back, I feel like you will understand yourself and the situation a lot more, because a lot of times it's just like we understand the situation, but it's just your feelings be hurt. But just because your feelings be hurt, don't make that is validation to what you need. Sometimes you just want to, your feelings want to be heard, but what I understand now is just like you're wasting your time of trying to be heard. If they don't understand, they just won't understand. And then when I break it down to another level, people only understand on the level of understanding. So you could be breaking it down to a ABC level, but if they haven't got to the ABC level, they would never understand. So it's like you wasting your time explaining to people where if either they get it or they don't. So if they don't get it, it's no use of dumbing it down or trying to get them to understand, because in no way in this world will they ever understand. And it's not like they try not to understand you, they just don't understand you. So I feel like don't waste your time on trying to force somebody to understand where you're coming from, because that's just gonna take your mind off the bigger goal of what you need to be worried about. You can't control them, so step away from that and just control what you can control. You control how you can handle that person. You control how you talk to people. You control your mindset. I mean, every day is a challenge of controlling your mindset. Once you start thinking about negativity, you got to control your mindset to be like, no, I'm not thinking about negativity. I'm thinking about nothing but positivity. I just want better for myself. I want to do better for myself. I want to think better for myself. If you're trying to lose weight, think about the mindset of you trying to lose weight, the results. Like, think about the small steps that you make to meet those end goals. Every day matters. It's a quote that people use, like, what you eat in the dark what shows in the light. So that goes with everything. So what you do in the dark when no one is around, it shows who you are when you become into that light. So I definitely agree with that. I definitely challenge you all to like work on your mindset, because as soon as you work on your mindset, you realize it will be more peaceful when you understand your inner strength. You understand the awareness, and you recognize your inner power. And it will enable your profound self-awareness. So I definitely agree with all that. And or some quotes that I was thinking about is, peace comes from within, not from others. When you see your light, you don't need others to reflect it. So you don't need validation from others. So that's basically what it's saying. So it's like, if you see your light, and it's like, not saying it's validation from anything. So it's like, for example, I just went to BMT, and yes, I went to college before. I'm in the Air Force, by the way. Another story coming later. But I went to college before, but I feel like this was like a whole nother set of understanding for me. Because when I got to basic and I started realizing these are people from all over the world, like all over the countries, different all over the United States and everywhere, all the way around. And then when I started figuring out it's people regardless of the race, culture, background, and all that, you start realizing, to me, I start realizing like, oh, I am who I already knew I am. I'm just getting confirmation on it. It's not validation because I knew how I am. It just made me see my light in another outlook. So it made me not more confident, but made me be like appreciative of the experience that I just had, to make me realize, oh girl, you are some light. You are a force to be reckoned with. You are somebody. And it's like, I realized how I said control what you can control. I did that every day. I only control what I can control. I don't like overthink or worrying. Worrying is, what you worrying for? If something bad happens, then so what? If something good happens, then so what? You worrying for no reason. Worrying is a sin as well. Like, don't worry, because if you have faith like I have faith, it only takes faith to the mustard seeds to have faith. Like, control what you can control. You control, like I said, you can control your emotions if you do get it. You can control your emotions when you don't get it. And it's always a lesson within. So definitely take that into consideration when you thinking about who you are as a person, and being like controlling yourself. And self-awareness shift your temperament, choices, and circle. So self-awareness, when you put, like I said, you put yourself in those own environments. So if you put yourself around environments who people doing the wrong thing, who don't want nothing for themselves, or they feel like everything happens to them, it's just everything happens for them. But it's the self-awareness is like, just because something happened to you don't mean that you can't overcome and succeed in life. Just because you had a bad childhood doesn't mean that you can't overcome it in your adult life and start succeeding. It's how do you think about yourself. It's how do you see your life. It's not based on where you came from, who you around, what you do. If your mindset and put you in the people that who's you around, it's about elevating. So if you don't see yourself as elevating, you want to go to the next step, it won't work. Your choices matter. What you choose to do matter. Because at the end of the day, you can only control yourself. So if you can only control yourself, you're controlling your environment, so you're around. You're controlling people who you're around. You control the things that you eat. Like, everything is a you problem. Don't nobody care about you but yourself. And that's a hard thing to peace with. But once you get that ideology of that, you start becoming a better person. Because it's not up to anybody else. It's up to you. What do you want to do? What is your goal? What is you thinking is succeeding? And it's in your circle. Like I said, like, birds will flock together. Birds of the same feather flock together. And I was once a person that be like, oh no, I'm just a different bird. But now I understand that, yeah, you a different bird, but how different are you if you subject yourself to the same thing that you wouldn't be doing? And another saying, if you're the smartest in the room, you're in the wrong room. So if everybody looking up to you in the room, it's good to like inspire, but who's going to inspire you? Who's going to challenge you? You are usually the challenger, so who's going to challenge you? So that's why I start understanding it's bigger than me. Like, it's bigger than me. I have to think bigger than myself. Not something that's like I'm arrogant and think it's bigger than myself. I'm thinking like, no, it's about you and how you place yourself in those environments, place yourself around those circles, so you can be better all the way around. So it's like, once you get to the better, and once you feel like you elevated from the highest peak of mastering self awareness, then you will be able to pull people up and help people. You can't help people when you don't know what's going on. You can't help people when you can't control your emotions. You can't control your own life. Like, you can tell people what not to do, because that is also a sense of, you know, helping, but the overall sense is you being able to pull people up from the mindset that they have. And the thing is, you're not pulling people who don't want change. You pulling people that had the same interests on like you did when you wanted to experience another mindset, when you wanted to challenge yourself to be better every day, because that's something that you have a choice to do every day. Growth filters out what no longer fits. So you are outgrowing. Once you outgrowing people and you feel like, dang, like something about them have changed, like this is not working, this is like, it's just like ongoing the same thing. So it's like, when you grow, you start removing yourself from those things that you thought that fits you, like from people, from friends, from relationships. Like, once you see you going to the growth and to you growing and you want better for yourself, there's a lot of people who still complacent, and they think, oh well, nothing is going to happen. I mean, we're on this world to die, which is true. We are on this world to die, but if you're going to be here, do something. If you're going to be here, make a purpose. And it's like, true, like nothing really matters, but if you want a world, make it matter to you. Definitely make it matter to you. Take those next steps and be the best you could be. Fulfill your purpose, what God wanted you to do. And that's what it's all about. It's not about having the most money. It's not about having the fastest cars. It's about working on yourself to the most high purpose that you have and that God wants for you. So you gotta dig deep within yourself and be able to be at peace with you overcoming those things that other people, the level of people, you overcoming those blockers that other people won't be able to unblock. So I found myself, I like challenges. I like going to the next level. And I think the next video I'm going to be talking about is going to the next level, but it's like the ideal of going to the next level. But yeah. So what I would internalize it will be is like, your inner peace is generated. Oh yeah, your inner peace is self-generated. So basically, true peace begins with looking inward, not outward, cultivating our own sense of calm and contentment. So cultivate your mindful practices, reflect on personal values, engage in self-care routines, and seek solitude to recharge. Embrace your inner light, practice self-acceptance, express gratitude daily, surround yourself with positivity, focus on your strengths. Shift in self-awareness is assess your relationships, choose growth over comfort, let go of toxic influences, embrace new opportunity. So the self-illumination evaluates or elevate your journey. So by nurturing your inner light, you begin to rise above all challenges and embrace new possibilities of life. Embrace your unique strengths, seek personal growth opportunities, and cultivate a positive mindset. So surround yourself with the support that you need and radiate positivity effortless. Attract like-minded individuals. Foster enriching relationships. Create new opportunities. Let go of rigid plans. Follow your intuition. And when I say follow your intuition, I feel like following your intuition is you have to read the word, the Bible, to be able to follow what God wants you to do. Like, you have to. I just got off a 3-day fast, and I definitely feel better. I feel enlightened. I feel like powerful. Like, and if it weren't for God, I wouldn't be where I am today. Like, and I'm just so thankful for that. So really, like I said, like, you have to stay open to your new experiences. Align with your true self. Like, you have to get to know yourself. Like, I know life is about alignment and not control, But you have to focus on the alignments, allow you to flow with life changing instead of constantly fighting for control. So control what you can control. Let go what you have to let go. Because it's about peace. You have to be peace with, you gotta be with peace within yourself. The takeaways from this video is self-illumination leads to elevation. You don't have to cut people off. Your light will separate you. So it's like sometimes the conversation gets short. Sometimes you don't know what to talk about. But that's signs of everything is getting short. Most of life is not control but alignment. Like, it's not, you got to be aligned with things to get. You're not going to be able to control it. You can only control how you react to things and how you can set yourself up to get those things. But if it's made for you, it will be aligned. Another quote that I see is, the one who has power over themselves needs no power from others. Knowing your light dims the noise around you. Knowing who you are, it's like no one else can be able to say who you are because you know who you are. You speak that. You radiate that. You radiate peace because you know who you are. Nothing around you is like, it could be, you could be in a crowd. You could be in a Beyonce concert. And you still have peace because you know who you are. Self-mastery is a foundation of true power. It harnesses your inner strength. You no longer seek validation from others. Instead, you radiate confidence and clarity. This shift transfer your relationships, but also empower you to lead with purpose, attract positivity, and also align with your true path. The Bible verse, like I said, I'm big on God and Jesus Christ. The Bible verse that will fit this lesson for today is Matthew 6:22. It reads, "The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light." So why does this fit? This verse reflects inner vision. If your perception is clear, your life becomes fulfilled with light, wisdom, and peace and purpose. That light reshapes how you live and love and lead. So when your perception is clear, everything falls in place. A clear vision allows you to see opportunities, embrace wisdom, and cultivate peace. The inner light transforms your relationship decisions, guide you towards a fulfilling life aligned with your true self and values. So that's basically what I wanted to give y'all for today. I'm glad I did this video because I was kind of like shooken up at first because I didn't know what I wanted to start this as, but I'm glad that I did it. And then that's the one thing that I wanted to tell y'all, leave y'all with. When you do something and it like you get finished with it, you realize that like it wasn't that hard. So like I said at the beginning of the video, it's you versus you. So you standing in your own way. You stopping yourself from doing that. So what I just recommend, just doing it. Just doing it. And then when you realize, when you just finish with it, it's done. Now you go to the next checklist. Now you go to the next thing. You can only control that. So keep that in mind. Thank you for talking to y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Definitely coming with more videos, and see y'all soon.